It's good to have something that you've been used to eating. And, I've been used to eating the Kenyan meals. So anytime I travel and I find Kenyans around, I always try to ask them to bring me the Kenyan foods, because kuna venye tu ugali na nipeanga nguvu fulani nikiamka asubuhi.
As far as building your body for speed and endurance, nutrition is a key component that ensures your body is optimized for the task on hand. Now, one might have a question regarding your diet and maybe what to look for. Uno Mike twende kazi.
No, Ferdinand, I know diet, food, eating is crucial, because even the way the food is prepared is very important. It's viungo vinavyotumika is important. There are certain foods that probably, I don't know. Let me preface by saying this. I remember one time when Michael Phelps was training. His eating session would take about 2,000. He would have to eat 2,000 calories in one sitting, just so that he can, I guess, get the energy to swim and be effective. Is that something that you athletes do? I mean, I'm sure there are certain foods you don't eat. There are certain foods that you're encouraged to eat. You probably have a timetable. I'm assuming you definitely have a nutritionist who tells you this is what you need to eat, this is what you need to eat. Maybe does your coach influence certain foods and tells you you need to do this because certain foods do this. They encourage to do this. Maybe it's something you can educate us on.
Yeah, we follow. I do have a nutritionist. So we have but I've been following a diet since last year. And before that, tunajua tumekuwa tunakula anything that's possible.
Mashakura.
Unakula tu bora upate cheap proteins hapo umena. But after that, we've like the start of this season, we've been following a diet. We've been working with a nutritionist, and that has really helped, because I started running fast even in off season, which really didn't happen before. And of course, kuna food siezi kula, like foods with a lot of fat, and kuna zile specific mafuta specific nafaa kutumia kupika and all that stuff. So we need to balance everything. Kuna msali andika ati nakula mayai 10 asubuhi. That was a lie. I don't eat 10 eggs. I mean, 10 eggs, are you normal?
Msewa manu. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so we just try and balance out everything, like have carbs in your diet, have proteins in your diet, and have those carbs that have, before training we do carbs that have those slow release of energy, so that at least you can have energy as you train through your hours. And then in between have smoothies, and then go and have lunch again. Just make sure you have a very good gram balance of carbs, vitamins, fruits. And then mostly at 4 I always have groundnut and macadamias and all that stuff that just you snack with the bio yogurts, not the normal yogurts. And then now have also supper, which is also well balanced. Mostly lunch we always have, mostly it's rice, and we do with different types of legumes, and that's beans.
Legumes, biology.
Madondo.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Ananirudisha back to bio. I'm trying to figure out what legumes are.
Kibandaski huyu.
Yeah, so that's what we do mostly for lunch, and then supper is always mostly tunakulanga ugali, ama there's a mixture that my nutritionist came up with. Tuna mix nyama, mahindi, mushrooms, and then we cook them together. Sometimes we blend that and just have it with different breads, and maybe sometimes do that and have it with ugali. So it's a lot of things put together.
Okay. Wow. And there's someone hapa Salishiro anasema nutritionist wake, I hope sio Eshiranu la Chief Louis.
Huyo ni nyama tupu.
Louis maze ungekula mbuzi mpaka ushangae. But yeah, so there's also, the other thing is that you are very particular, like when you were coming, and even when Louis was talking to me, it was very important that you get a place where you can get the right food. And that's part of the reason why, like Louis was busy, like looking for Kenyans out in Oregon. Is there an issue with American foods? Like, because ungeza tu kuingia Mickey D's, ungeza tu kuingia Domino's, ubuy pizza, ama buy burgers.
Chipotle.
I mean, you are very particular that you wanted these Kenyan foods. Why is that, Omanyala?
Before you answer that, I wanted to add on to that question that Ali just asked. So, do you have a specific macronutrient split that you have to eat in a day?
No.
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 What is that?
Or when you're looking at your nutrition, how you're putting it, you're counting more on the calories you're getting in than what? Because one macronutrients is when you look at the food and you break down the amount of proteins, carbs, and fats in that specific food.
No. I think that will be a good thing to, but I don't do that because we burn a lot of calories in training.
Okay, but now the Kenyan foods, why were you so specific about Kenyan foods? Yet kuna Domino's, kuna McD's, kuna so many other foods that you could be eating.
Yeah, of course, my burgers and all that. No, because one thing is when you're getting to big competitions or these international races, it's good to have something that you've been used to eating. And I've been used to eating the Kenyan meals. So anytime I travel and I find Kenyans around, I always try to ask them to bring me the Kenyan foods, because kuna venye tu ugali na nipeanga nguvu fulani nikiamka asubuhi. nasikia nikaa nimelala smart. So I always prefer to have that.
Ugali na mayai 10.
I always prefer Kenyan foods a lot.
Okay, all right, that's good. And then
you don't have a fear of especially right now, the way we have food that is being processed different. You don't have a fear of getting something contaminated into your body. Especially kituka kuku, chicken can easily make you get burnt substance into your body. Eggs, you don't have that fear when you, let's say nikwambie hebu kuja nikupikia hapa, niko na ngoho ingine nitakupikia dry fry. You don't have that fear when you somewhere and you decide okay, let's indulge on this.
No, mostly there's it's very rare to get a burnt substance in food, unless it's on very rare occasions, of which it's very rare. Mostly it's in medicine and supplements, sometimes contamination.
Okay, and we're going to talk about burnt substances.
If we look at it in terms of the reason why I asked that is because in boxing we've been having an current issue right now, of like 3 boxers who have had an issue of doping, and all of them have associated it to food. And the guilty party was chicken and eggs.
Yeah, okay. And now we're gonna get to doping, because that's a major part in this conversation a little bit later on. So real quick here, there's some comments that are coming in. There's a question here from Fred Absalom. How many calories do you have before, during, and after competition? I think you've already answered that question, that you just burn a lot of calories. And then Slayer namwambia Chief Louis that we need superfoods for Omanyala chef. And then Chief Louis hapa anasema call me Kundeman. I don't know what Kundeman is.
Kunde is a type of vegetable.
Yeah, kunde the veggie.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but me I've never cooled kunde. Me I always kula nyama. When I go to Louis' place, there's always either a mbuzi that has been killed or
so which
slaughtered.
Place?
Get it right.
Slaughtered.
Which place? The farm, the house, or the residence?
Hiyo tuongee nyuma ya tent. Hiyo tuongee nyuma.